Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is 9 minutes with me. I have been so swamped that I haven't been able to do these hour-long Facebook shows. I've been pounding out podcasts like crazy and been on the phones and emailing people nonstop from morning to noon until night. So I will get one or two of those going here very, very soon. Just bear with me. We are on IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube. 9 Minutes with Mike Lindsley, brought to you by the Brewerton Diner, the official diner of the ML Sports Platter. Get there if you're in and around Central New York. We are also presented by Bryant and Stratton College, Welch and Company Jewelers, and of course, our very good friends at Wigurski Law Firm. If you're looking to sell or buy a home, real estate transactions where it's at, Wigurski Law Firm gets better by the day in that department. Log on today to WigurskiLawFirm.com and you can chit-chat with an expert and see all of their other services as well. Let me be the first to tell you that I hate expansion. I loathe watching more teams come in, rosters getting more watered down in pro sports. It is one of the worst things in pro sports. We have too many teams as it is. We have too many games. We have too many channels. We have too many everything. And while we have too much of everything and too many things and this and that, it's all based on money. As long as they're printing cash and as long as there's guys like Stan Kroenke with the LA Rams and there's these big-time owners, in Vegas and all the rest, you're going to see teams expand. You're going to keep seeing teams move, and expansion is coming. I'm telling you right now, expansion is on the way. We are not that far away from yet another expansion team in, I think, probably hockey, and I would probably think the NBA as well. I think Seattle is going to be the next city to get pro sports. Remember, they had the Seattle Supersonics. They obviously moved, but Seattle now, there is a huge ownership group. They have all the wheels in motion. They've been meeting with the league office and the NHL owners, and I think they're going to get an NHL team. Vegas changed the game last year for a lot of reasons, but no reason more than going to the finals of the Stanley Cup. People started to believe, now wait a minute, if we expand, why can't we do the same exact thing? Why can't we go deep into the playoffs? Why can't we take a roster with a bunch of guys who nobody wanted, who were left unprotected? Why can't we get the next James Neal and the same, the next Marc-Andre Fleury and the next whoever? Why can't we get those type of players? I'm telling you right now, I think Seattle is going to be the next team to get hockey. They are committed to renovating the arena to the point where they are saying it's going to be, quote, a brand new facility. I read an article on The Athletic a couple of days ago in regards to this. All the wheels are in motion. The meetings are already underway. And I would expect these owners to go full bore, balls to the wall, to try and get an NHL team and then also to get an NBA team. Meanwhile, don't be surprised if baseball expands within the next 5 to 8 years in the Vegas market. I think that is a market right now that can be completely and utterly owned by sports. I mean, we've already seen Vegas have success with the hockey. They're going to have success with the Raiders. I think the LA Chargers blew a huge opportunity to go to Vegas before the Chargers. Now they're going to be stuck in LA, and they're going to be the second show to the LA Rams. They're going to start sucking again. They're going to lose. Phillip Rivers is going to be done soon. That was a total terrible decision that the Chargers didn't try to go and get that Vegas spot. I think Major League Baseball should have a team in Montreal again, but I'd rather see them not expand. I'd rather see the Tampa Bay Rays, for example, move to Montreal. It'll never happen because the Tampa Bay people in the ownership group, they are dead set on getting a new stadium in Tampa. Watch out for the Oakland Athletics. They've been playing in that shithole concrete nonsensical building that they share with the Oakland Raiders. Of course, when the Raiders play, you see the baseball field. When the A's play, it looks like the goddamn Grand Canyon. When you look at the Oakland Athletics situation, they've been trying to get a park for the longest time. They're in the Bay Area. They're competing with the San Francisco Giants. They're competing with the Golden State Warriors. They're competing with way bigger fan bases and teams that have way more revenue and a much, much stronger brand. And obviously, the Oakland Raiders, although they're moving, they've been there for a while as well. The A's are up against so much from a budget standpoint, a stadium standpoint, and all the rest. To me, if I'm that ownership group, If you can't get a stadium built, if you can't get things moving, you know what? There is a group in Montreal right now ready and able to take you. And I will tell you, for as much as I want Montreal to have baseball, I wouldn't want this. I wouldn't want this one because the Oakland Athletics are a staple franchise from the American League. This is a team that goes all the way back to the Philadelphia Athletics with the likes of Connie Mack and Jimmy Fox and all the rest of them and Charlie Gehringer. You cannot, in my opinion, have it. I mean, the A's are sort of to baseball what the Raiders have been to the National Football League. Think of the great 70s teams of the Oakland A's with the likes of Raleigh Fingers and Vida Blue and Reggie Jackson, of those putrid yet beautiful to A's fans uniforms with the green and then the yellow and all the rest. And you'll take Burt Campaneris. I mean, you take a look at all these different guys on that A's team. It would be a total and utter shame if the Oakland Athletics were to move anywhere. I do want Montreal to get a team, but I think Tampa Bay would have to be the team to move. Otherwise, you're going to get expansion in Montreal. And at that point, Major League Baseball is not going, I'm telling you right now, they are not going to take just one team. It'll be two at a time, just like it was with Tampa and Colorado years ago in the 90s. In fact, back then, I remember when the Buffalo Bisons, there was talk that maybe Buffalo was going to get a Major League team. They just had to add seats to the stadium. I'm not really sure if they, clearly they wouldn't have been able to finance a bunch of those pro teams and another one outside the Sabres and Bills, that market, and that is part of the reason why that didn't come to fruition. But I could see a scenario where if baseball expands next, they would do it in two markets, and one of those could be Montreal, one of them could be Las Vegas. I think by the year 2025, we're going to have pro sports in Las Vegas across the board. We're going to get an NBA team there. We're going to get a baseball team there. You're going to have the Raiders. You're going to have the Vegas Golden Knights. They're going to be a 4 pro sport team town in the not-too-distant future after they didn't have any, and it was just basically a headquarters for betting and all the rest. Now, you're going to get a ton of sports tournaments there. You've gotten college basketball left and right. The Pac-12 tournament is there. You have the Vegas Golden Knights. They just went to the Stanley Cup final. You're going to get the Oakland Raiders, and do not be surprised if baseball and the NBA both land there as well. The NBA market could be enormous in Vegas. The NBA is huge right now. There are a ton of superstars. They could go out and get 1 or 2 guys and completely and utterly create the brand instantly. And obviously, they've got all the other pro sports to work with, and you can play the games in the arena that's already built for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's a freaking no-brainer. Adam Silver would do it. There's an owner out there with a ton of money. Who knows who it would be, if it would be a Vegas buy-in with one of the owners now who owns the Raiders, or maybe it's the ownership group in Oakland that owns the Raiders. I doubt it. Maybe it's the Vegas guys who continue to print money. But either way, we're going to see expansion very soon. I'm telling you, in all major sports. We're going to see hockey again somewhere else. It might be Seattle. It might be somewhere else. I think we're going to see baseball again, a couple more markets. It's just going to keep getting bigger. There's going to be more stadiums. There's going to be more luxury suites because owners have money. They just keep printing money. They keep wanting the egotistical nature of themselves to just absorb, to everybody else, to spread like wildfire. I would think by 2025, we're going to have Vegas pro sports across the board. We're going to see hockey in at least 2 cities by the year 2025, Major League Baseball in 2 more cities by the year 2025. And as far as the NBA goes, don't be surprised to see 2 more markets there by 2025 with the way the league is flourishing. Expansion coming soon in pro sports. I'm Mike Lindsley, 9 Minutes with me, IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. We're brought to you by the Phoenix Sports Restaurant, your State Farm agent, Matt Graham, Timberbanks Golf Club, and the Manor Bakehouse Cafe. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.